What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Spanko, and today I'm back with Tony again.
Hey.
And he has Tenyi Invoked.
Yeah, so Rising Rampage came out.
Sorry!
Set was really bad. There was not a single thing that is exciting. So I picked up all the rares, built a Tenyi deck, and said, what can I mess around with this until it's good?
Okay.
So
this is how put it together.
Yes, logically, logically the best thing is because these are all attributes, you can play some invoked things with this.
Yeah.
But it actually is a very functional deck on its own. However, I will preface this by saying, if you are thinking of taking this to a high-level event, I would not recommend it. While the Tenyis themselves are amazing combo starters for just being able to special themselves, especially the Dark one, a lot of them just don't have progressive effects.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can do disruptive. It's all reactive effects.
Yeah.
And in a format where your opponent you can watch your opponent drop 8, none of those reactive effects will last you long enough to get through.
But for fun, this is definitely a fun deck.
This is a fun deck. If you want to enjoy, vanilla beatdown, this is how you're gonna do it.
Okay, so yeah, let's get into it.
All right. So starting off, we have the Water Tenyi. So this is this is Tithana. The name is a little weird. Pronunciation is still around, but all the Tenyis have a common effect where if you control no effect monsters, and that's a very specific text here. If you control no effect monsters, you can special discard them from your hand.
Yep.
However, while you control a non-effect monster, and this is the very specific part here, you don't actually have to control only non-effect monsters. You control, as long as you control a non-effect monster, you can trigger these Tenyi effects. So the blue one, I'm just calling them by their colors.
Yeah, just go by the colors.
The blue one has an effect where if one of your non-effect monsters is run over by battle or card effect,
you can special summon it.
You can special summon from your graveyard by banishing this from your hand or graveyard. So they're also hand traps, ironically enough. And then you non-target destroy one monster on the field.
Okay.
And this is really strong initially because, one, it doesn't actually have to be your opponent. You can pop your own thing somehow and still get the effect off. And I was on the True Draco build at the time, and I tried to trigger this for no reason. Then we have the Fire one, Mapura. He is the he has the same special summon condition, and his effect is when a non-effect monster is targeted. I'm gonna use a non-effect. I'm gonna pull a non-effect for example. When a non-effect monster is targeted by a card effect, you can banish this from your hand or graveyard to negate the targeting and then destroy it. So he protects your targeting from targeting. Next up, we have the one that actually is the most splashable in decks, Tenyi Spirit Vishuddha. Vishuddha, like all the ones, special summon man. But while you control a non-effect monster, you can banish this from your hand or graveyard to target one card on the field and bounce it to the hand.
It's really good going second.
It's great going second. Unfortunately, if it was a quick effect, it would be fantastic.
Amazing if it was a quick effect. It'd be too good.
But the reason why this one's the most splashable is because a lot of times you can go special summon this, link it away to make a non-effect monster, and then just go bounce something. It's removal that is also extended. The important one, however, is this one, Tenyi Spirit Adara. This is a tuner. It's a level 1 tuner, so fantastic. It's special summon itself for free, so you can play this in other decks if you want tuners. But the other fact is, you can banish it from your, while you control a non-effect monster, you can banish it from your hand or graveyard to add one of your banished Tenyis to your hand. So this is essentially right now your extender.
Yeah, it recycles all your cards.
Yeah. You then play 2 Tenyi Spirit
Okay. Chill.
Nahata? This is a win one. When you same special summon condition, but when he battle, when one of your non-effect monsters battle, actually it's when an attack is declared. You can banish from your hand or graveyard. That your opponent's monster loses 1500. So it's your way to run over battle. It's again, this is what I mean by reactive. It doesn't pump your monster up. It puts your opponent's monster down, and that means that your opponent, if it likes to be protected, it may not work with it. Then we'll play this one, 2 Mare.
Okay.
So
why 2?
People play Mare because it's a token spammer. It is the same reason I do that, but the only difference is I can't brick with Mare. And I'll explain why that is when I go into my extra deck. And then we play, well, this is where the engine switches a bit. We play 3 Alistair. Alistair searches for your invocation. I think we all know how this goes by, I think the Mech Knight video will come out before this one. So we know what Alistair does. We play 3 Ash Blossom. Always want to stop searching. And those will be your engine. This I'll get into a little bit later. For your spells, you play 3 Vessel of the Dragon Cave, I think. Vessel of the Dragon.
It's just it dumps.
It's a search and a dump.
Rotos,
When it's activated, you dump for 1 worm from your deck to the graveyard. And then, if you control a non-effect monster, you will search for a Tenyi monster, a Tenyi monster. And that's kind of important because you always want to have a non-effect monster before you activate this, so that you can get both effects off. It's an extender play, but it also sets you up with dumping like something like Mare. Then we play 2 Flawless Perfection of the Tenyi. This card is so strong. Two effects. First effect, all your non-effect monsters, unaffected by monster effects. Your opponent can't spin them, nothing. Second effect, if your opponent special summons any monster while you control a non-effect monster...
It's a draw 2.
Yeah. Or in this case, this is for your Subterra players. If your opponent's... It also matters if you control a face-down monster.
Yeah.
If you have a Subterra Gru and your opponent special summon monster, get ready for a +2 for fun.
Yep.
You will likely also... I like this card because, honestly, it gives you protection, but that +2 is really important when you need to get these on your opponent's turn.
Yep.
Play the one Meltdown. I really don't like to see this a lot, which is why, because I don't want to override my existing field spell.
Yep.
So this is why I only play one. You don't need...
This is more Tenyi based, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have the Invoked Engine gives you more plays, but you don't need the Invoked Engine as much as you think you do. Play the 2 Invocation because you can search both of them. You'll make plays with them in case you banish one. That's gonna suck.
Yep.
You play the 2 Call by the Grave. Your deck still loses. Your deck still has some consistency things, and you don't want them to be stopped.
Yep.
You play 2 Fists on the Unrivaled Tenyi. This is your Infernity Barrier.
Yep.
For the deck. Unfortunately, it doesn't destroy. So the idea is, while you control a non-effect monster, your opponent activates pretty much anything, it negates the activation, and that's it. But if it's destroyed while it's face down, however, you summon a non-effect monster from your extra deck.
Yeah.
And I guess that's great, but honestly,
I mean, it's nothing crazy.
It's nothing crazy. It's just to give you a layer of protection if you see it.
Yep.
Then we pretty much go to the card that is the most important, your Waterfall of the Dragon Soul. I am 100% sure, given all the artworks of Dragon Soul, that this was leading up to these.
Yeah.
But what it does has 2 effects. One, if you activate it, you can either add a worm monster, so you can add these and get protection, or you can send any number of worms from your hand or field to the graveyard to draw the same number of cards +1.
Yep.
And as it turns out, because these monsters trigger the graveyard, you essentially go, I get rid of all the Tenyies in my hand, get the same number and more, but all these are still live.
Yep.
So it's not really a loss advantage. And because you want to see this card pretty much always for the advantage ring, I do play the 2 Trap Trick.
Okay.
So that I can pretty much, I just need to resolve this once to start getting my engine going.
Yep.
And then I play the 1 Metaverse. And if Metaverse is at 2, the Trap Trick would be better. But the Metaverse is important because there are times you could chain Metaverse to effect special summon, activate this, and then
get a draw 2, yeah.
So that is your 10, that is the main deck.
Okay, so we'll go into the extra deck.
The extra deck is, it's a bit of everything. It's a clusterfuck. You have the 1 Invoked Mechaba.
Yep.
And then, this is the one that matters, your Invoked Magillanica.
Okay.
Magillanica is a Earth monster, so you can use him with, convenient enough, the Tenyi Link monster. But more importantly, he's a non-effect monster, which means...
So you can use all your Tenyi effects on the Earth.
This won't apply. So it's a way that if you can't make the Link 3, you can at least still drop a 3k non-effect monster that turns on all your effects.
Okay.
For your synchro monsters, you play 1 Savage Dragon and 1 Yazi.
Or this is
Baxia. Because this one actually, funny enough, this one lets you bounce cards based off the number of worms you make. Okay. And since you can make this because you control you can use the level 7 and then the level 1, these two, and make this, and then you get a spin 2 and then a reborn.
Yep.
It's very solid. This one, because going later in the game, sometimes you'll make this and then attach some links and it has some negation.
Okay.
Well, and while tease enough, now the actual link monsters. You play the 3 Monk of the Tenyi.
Okay.
This one is your inherent...
just any Tenyi makes this.
Any Tenyi makes this. And it's important because the idea is, let's say you open 2 Tenyies. The idea is you will special a Tenyi because you control no effect monster. Link away to your Monk.
And
now you control no effect monsters again. You special summon this one and link these away.
Yep.
And in a lot of cases, let's say, for example, going back to the Alistair play, if you somehow open an Alistair with this, you can do a lot of different things. You can instead special the Tenyi, normal the Alistair, search the invocation, link these 2 away to make a link 2. Most likely the Mad Invoker.
Yeah, which we'll get into.
Which the Mad Invoker here.
Yeah.
And then because you have the invocation and you have the Earth both of you, you can banish both of these, summon the Magillanica, trigger his effect, use Scar to search another invocation, and then keep going from there.
Yeah.
A lot of times, along with that, this is one of the Link 2s I play. Along with that, I play a Land for Linkus. It's a non-effect monster, so sometimes if I want to climb up, I'll just make this. It's also a light, so in a lot of situations, I can make this if I have the Alistair play and make a Mechaba instead.
Yep.
And then this is the reason why I play the Mariner's. It is your Shaman of the Tenyi. Shaman has 2 effects. The most important though is I can discard a card from my hand, special summon a worm from my graveyard. What I mean is I can summon Mariner. What it also means is since I most likely, it requires 2 worms to make, and that most likely means I've used Tenyies with this, which most likely means that if I made this, I also can just discard the Mariner I've dead drawn into the special back.
Special it back, yeah.
Mariner will then produce 3 tokens, and those 3 tokens can either be turned into the Land for Linkus, And when you turn that into the Land for Linkus, you can then convert this into your Link 3, which is your Berserker of the Tenyi. 3K monster, Link 3, pretty much just a big beater, but combined with a Shaman, this is the important part. When a non-effect monster is attacks declared using a non-effect monster, so this or this, you can target one card on the field and blow it up.
Okay.
So ideally, your opponent has to run over this first, and then run over
before
these.
he gets to run over those. Yeah.
And this is where the waterfall comes in, because then I use the waterfall all the time just to send this and force your opponent
get some more plus.
into an awkward scenario.
Yep.
So, and then there's a nib in here, but I don't play it. This was back when I was going back to that Mech Knight video, I was really trying to do pretty much the same thing.
The monstrosity thing?
The monstrosity play, but then I realized I was just breaking really hard with everything, so I tried. It was not there. So that is pretty much the deck.
It for the deck.
And honestly, again, I'm going to repeat this. This deck is very fun. Honestly, I don't think like...
But competitively, like you can take it to a
competitively,
local level maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't go to a YCS.
The idea is, unfortunately, all these effects, I explained to you, just don't kind of have disruption. Your opponent has to either put your swing into this or actually do something to this to do anything.
Yep.
And if your opponent, let's say you're playing against Crusadia or Guard Dragon, whatever that is.
What are you doing?
Your opponent's going to make 8 monsters, and you only have 1 water.
Yeah.
You will not survive your way through this.
Yeah.
And that essentially is why I think it's an okay deck. It's very fun. I would honestly, I just play it for fun, but
play it online too if you guys want.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Right? It's fun.
Don't go into it too far.
Yeah.
So that's that deck. I have other decks at the moment.
I mean, we'll see you soon. You're gonna be always on the channel. You're always welcome on the channel.
Yeah.
If you guys like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. And with that, Spanko signing out.
Oh, hold on. Before I guess one of the next content one of the things I did mention previously.
Yep.
And I guess this is my teaser. A lot of times while I don't play as much as I would like to, a lot of times I do spend a lot of time at home just kind of messing around with cards to make as crazy combos as I can, which then I proceed to give to Sam to see if he can make it viably meta. One of them is a combo where you can end on a Tiamaton, a VFD, a Thunder Dragon Colossus, a Abyss, a Heart Red Dragon Abyss, and Orcus combo.
Okay.
And that requires a Draco Net and any possible extender.
So listen, here's what I'm gonna ask you guys. Go comment right now, like the video, and comment if you guys want to see a video with Tony just showing off his crazy combos, like a bunch of just crazy 1-2 card combos. And then yeah, if you want to do that for us, that'd be great. So yeah, we'll go check out the comments. Go comment right now, like the video, and do you want to say anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you. And with that, Spanko signing out. Peace.